I have carried this secret inside me for years. And today, for the first time, I am finally brave enough to tell the truth. I was the other woman. I was the woman people whispered about. The woman who smiled in public while hiding a heartbreak no one could see. The woman who entered someone else's marriage and became the reason another woman cried herself to sleep. And the hardest part? I never thought I would become her. I used to hear stories like mine and judge women harshly. I used to think, how could she do that? Didn't she know better? I thought I was stronger than temptation, stronger than lies, stronger than loneliness. But loneliness can make even the strongest person vulnerable. My story started when I met him. His name was Daniel. At a time when I felt completely alone, he appeared in my life like someone sent to save me. He listened to my problems. He made me laugh when I forgot how. He made me feel beautiful when I felt invisible. For the first time in years, I felt important. I fell in love. Deeply. Completely. Blindly. But there was something I didn't know at first. He was married. When I found out, my heart broke. I remember asking him, "Why didn't you tell me?" He looked at me and said the words I wanted to hear. He told me his marriage was already falling apart. He told me they were only together because of responsibilities. He told me, "I love you. Just wait for me." And I believed him. That was my second mistake. Because love can make you believe things your own eyes are trying to deny. I became his secret. I waited for his messages. I waited for his calls. I waited for the day he would finally choose me. But days became months. Months became years. And slowly, I began to understand the shape of my own pain. I was always waiting. Waiting for him to leave. Waiting for him to be honest. Waiting for him to make me feel like I mattered enough to be seen in daylight. I couldn't call him whenever I missed him. I couldn't celebrate birthdays, holidays, or simple Sunday mornings with him. I couldn't post a picture of us. I couldn't tell my family the truth. I couldn't even enjoy my own happiness because it had to be hidden behind closed doors. Every time my phone lit up with his name, my heart would race. Every time it didn't, I would feel that familiar ache in my chest. The kind so many people know too well. The kind that comes from waiting for someone who keeps you on the edge of their life. The guilt started eating me alive. Every time he went home to his wife, I wondered what she was doing. Was she folding his clothes? Was she making dinner? Was she asking him how his day went? Trusting him completely? Was she sitting across from a man who was giving his best words to someone else? That thought haunted me. Because I was no longer just a woman in love. I was part of someone else's pain. And the truth is, that realization did not come all at once. It came in small, painful moments. It came when I saw him ignore my message while sitting beside his family. It came when he missed important moments in my life but expected me to be available for his. It came when I realized I knew his excuses better than I knew peace. It came when I understood that secrecy was not romance. It was a prison, but I still stayed. Because I kept hoping he would choose me. I kept telling myself that love would eventually win. I kept believing that if I was patient enough, loyal enough, understanding enough, he would leave and come to me. That was the lie I lived inside. Until one day, I saw a photo of him and his wife. It wasn't staged. It wasn't forced. It was a simple picture, the kind families take without thinking twice. And they were smiling. Not the polite smile people wear for the camera. A real smile. The kind that comes from comfort, history, and a life built together. And then I saw the way he looked at her. The same way he used to look at me when he wanted me to believe I was special. That moment broke something in me. Because I realized something I had been too afraid to admit. Maybe I was never his future. Maybe I was only his escape. Maybe I was the place he ran to when his real life felt heavy. Maybe I was the secret that made him feel alive without costing him anything. That night, I asked him the question I had been avoiding for so long. Did you ever really plan to leave her? He didn't answer right away, and that silence told me everything. After all the promises, after all the late-night conversations, after all the tears I cried in private, after all the times I defended him in my own mind, he still couldn't choose me. And in that moment, I finally saw myself clearly. I was not loved. I was managed. I was not cherished. I was hidden. I was not his dream. I was his convenience. So I walked away. Not because I stopped loving him. I walked away because I finally started loving myself. It was painful. I cried for months. I missed him every day. But I knew going back would only return me to the same place. A place where I was loved in secret. Today, I don't tell this story because I want sympathy. I tell it because I want to be honest. I made a choice, a wrong choice, and I have to live with the consequences of that choice. But if my pain can open someone else's eyes, then maybe my confession was not wasted. Maybe someone listening right now is ignoring the same red flags I ignored. Maybe someone is calling secrecy love. Maybe someone is waiting for a promise that will never become real. If that is you, please hear me. Do not confuse being wanted with being valued. Do not confuse late-night messages with loyalty. Do not confuse hidden love with real love. A relationship that requires lies, silence, and someone else's heartbreak is not a blessing. It is a warning. Never mistake attention for love. Never build your happiness on someone else's broken heart.